programming was made possible by 2012's 2011 Game of the Year.
Super Mario 3D Land!
All right, I've got it, you guys. It's the game of the year. It's time to celebrate the greatest games. 2012 is happening.
Every year, Jeff comes up with some crazy idea for our Game of the Year feature. Last year was the Royal Wedding. The year before that was a completely ill-considered Chilean Miners theme. This year, we're doing the musical.
2012 and it's time to celebrate the best games of the year. What you got, Binary Domain? I don't think so, but it's still pretty good.
I hate Game of the Year.
Brought to you by Best Moment or Sequence.
Fez cracking the code!
I mean, obviously there's the different symbols on the different sides.
Yeah, exactly.
That one, one of them looks like the Chinese character for 4, but I don't know if that one a little bit.
Yeah,
But
no idea. Okay, so there you have it. And unless anybody else has any other questions, I have written out your parts and lines. So here are the scripts. Please start memorizing these. And Patrick, because of your performance at the Christmas karaoke competition, you're going to be our star.
Actually, I've got an idea. What if we did fake TV shows?
I just made that up on the spot. I don't actually care what we do, just so long as Jeff doesn't get what he wants.
Well, that's an interesting idea. And why don't we go ahead and we can put that in the ideas file, and maybe we can take a look at that next year. Great. Okay, so rehearsals are going to start.
I think Ryan's idea is better.
Fine. If you guys want to go do your own thing, I guess that's okay too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I stick to play Metal Lark?
Promotional consideration furnished by Best New Character.
Shut the fuck up! Okay? I'm the one with the fucking dick! Look at me. Look me in the fucking eye. Hey! You fuck! Look me in the eye! You're my bitch.
This year I decided we should do 2 different Game of the Year shows. I think healthy competition is good for an office. Me. No, you're up here. You need to be down here. It's like you need to... Yeah.
All right. Next scene.
Yep. All right, let's take it from the top. Focus. Take it from the top. This is the game of the year. No, just repeat after me. Year.
All right, Jim, we're here downtown. As you can see behind me, it's
Year.
nothing but chaos here.
Year.
Mutants, vampires, horrible monsters everywhere. We don't know what's going on downtown. Back to the studio for you, Jim. What's up?
I think things are going really great. Ours is. Really great.
This programming was made possible by Best Music.
And action on Brad. You're the last space marine. Everyone else is dead. It's just you and the alien, hunter and hunted. And cue alien.
Hey, guys.
Ha! Perfect. Nailed it. Good job, you guys.
Hey, Patrick, we had rehearsal today.
I'm not really doing that anymore. I said I could be the alien.
Hey, you know, Jeff, we've got this open role for a captain in the shipwreck scene. If
Really? No, I got, my muse calls.
Brought to you by Best Classic Revival.
we have to show the gun here,
When
or
is
else it
my
doesn't
next
make
scene?
any sense here. I mean, you're not until like page 8, so I mean, it's.
Who got the games? We got the game of the year. It's time for game of the year. We got the best soundtrack besides us of the game of the year.
Hey, Jeff,
Game of the year. Hey, man.
we're having a lot of trouble with our last scene here.
Oh yeah. Well, it's things are going really great over here.
Yeah, I can see that. Anyway, it's a musical number, and really hoping you could lend a hand.
Well, I've still got a lot of choreography to work out and stuff, but I guess I could lend a hand. So I decided the world wasn't ready for Game of the Year, the musical. Those guys really needed my help, and of course I had to be the one to go in and save the day. I still think that doing TV show parodies is a dumb idea, but, hey, if it keeps the troops happy, right?
You'll never take me alive! Oh!
Sometimes, that's what being a boss is all about. Amateurs. All right, we're going to take it up from the top, start over, all right? And swaying. Swaying.
I love Game of the Year.
You out this. Start and go this way. Start and go this way. Start swaying. Swaying. No, start over. Start over.
And there you have it, Day one of Giant Bomb's Game of the Year 2012, our categories and our winners. I'm Ryan Davis. We've got the rest of the staff here, Brad Shoemaker, Vinny Caravella, Patrick Klepek, and in the back, Jeff Gerstmann.
Hello.
So as part of today, we're going to check out the number one pick on Brad Shoemaker's personal top 10 list, Mass Effect 3.
It's a real shocker. I know.
Now you're going to show us a specific part of Mass Effect 3 that was not on the disc.
Yeah.
And that this was kind of a key part of why you chose
Because
Mass
I had
Effect 3.
such a weird experience with this game, playing it 9 months after it came out.
Yeah.
With all the stuff they added into it, playing it all naturally as one long progression.
So you had the Leviathan DLC as part of your core experience first time through, and for you that was a kind of it seemed like that was a big differentiator.
It was a turning point for me.
So let's go. Let's jump into it and let's check out some Leviathan from Mass Effect 3. And it's worth noting that if you were thinking about playing the Leviathan DLC, that you probably shouldn't watch this because we are going to now kind of show off some of the biggest moments here, right, Brad?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you a little too enraptured by your slow motion Shepard here?
Sorry.
You are so in love with default male Shepard.
Whatever.
What if he saw that? What if he saw that Scandinavian model in real life?
Oh,
I want
dude,
that meeting to happen.
It's the weirdest. It's the weirdest thing. If you play with this Shepard and then you Google image search that guy.
All right, Brad.
It's even weirder if he
safe
plays a different
search?
Shepard and then Google image search that guy.
But,
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Not just Leviathan, but the end of Mass Effect 3 in general. If you haven't finished it yet and you still want to, turn us off.
All right,
Because it's going to get discussed.
but we're going to jump pretty much into the very
Disgust
beginning.
is the right word, I think.
It's going to... You could leave
High five, Jeff.
if you want. You could both leave.
This is Brad's moment. Let him have it.
So where are we in this DLC?
We'll let him have it. Don't worry.
So this is before I've even started the DLC.
Wow.
It's standard DLC trope. You get a message from the Admiral saying, hey, go meet the scientist.
Oh, okay.
He's got some stuff.
So you're picking it up from the top here?
So yeah, we'll check out the very beginning here, and then I'm actually going to jump basically right to the end.
Okay.
Which is where the meatiest info dump in the entire series of Mass Effect takes place. Because they basically open the kimono on everything,
That's graphic.
and you don't want to know what's under there.
Now I'm interested.
Jeff's back in.
Yeah, I'm right here with you.
So we're going to be pretty much skipping any of the combat that's in this?
Yeah, so you basically go to 3 different planets in this DLC that all have a fair amount of combat. You get a lot of good story in there too, though. But we're going to blow past all that.
So to be clear, the combat is not the main draw for you with Mass Effect.
It's
3.
it's the best in the series. There are arguably better shooters out there.
Commander Shepard.
But I think this is easily the best playing of the 3 games.
Oh, totally.
Did you gather the Leviathan data for us?
But the reason I like this DLC so much, not only because it contextualizes what happens at the end, but it's just...
I'm Dr. Garrett Bryson, and this is Task Force Aurora.
It just gets really deep into the lore and the background mythology of this series, Like, this guy...
Investigate legends, rumors.
I love this guy. Like, I love his whole thing here. Like, he is...
This guy's running the X-Files on the Citadel.
Yeah, this guy is totally...
Now you're speaking my language.
Like this guy's basically the Fox Mulder of the whole Reaper thing.
Reaper motives.
He looks a little like, what's Sling Blade guy's name?
Billy
Bob Thornton.
Yeah, it's got a little
bit.
Billy Bob Thornton going on.
Says something doesn't exist.
Like in his super lean heroin days.
Yeah.
For the truth.
This guy survives off of Reaper information, not food.
Were a myth.
Oh, the good stuff.
Within my lifetime.
He's got that Reaper all up in him.
Be reality. Our entire history changed.
Reapers were part of that reality too.
But even they have a history, Commander.
Plus, he just looks so different than everybody else in the game. It's nice to see, like, not a generic model.
So that is the number one reason I use default male Shepard, because he looks way better than anything you can make with that editor. Because he's an actual face that they scanned, Like the people in Mass Effect that come out of the random person generator kind of look like shit, And there's a ton of them.
Music cue.
He's got that data. Here's that data.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm hitting it. There it goes.
What is that?
This is Commander Shepard. I need C-Sec at my location, now.
You shouldn't be here. The darkness can't be breached.
What?
The darkness can't be breached.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't catch.
And you shouldn't be here.
Hadley. He's worked here for a couple months.
Shepard, I monitored a CSEC alert from this location. Were you harmed?
I'm fine. But I could use your help.
The whole premise for this DLC of there being this desk that investigates these things could be its own game.
I know.
Kind of like the CSEC police.
And frankly, as important as everything about Leviathan is to like the core mythology of the series, I wish that this had been a bigger part of the main plot line.
You're a murderer.
Like an entire...
imagine if this was the first third of Mass Effect 3, which is like, all right, before we go and take them out, we're going to dive into their backstory.
Right, or like the middle third or something. Like as if uncovering this secret was crucial to defeating them. Like it could have been. I think it really would have changed the tone of the game a lot.
So this dude Hadley
Punch him.
All right,
is clearly indoctrinated.
Oh man.
You killed him.
And is now really upset about the fact that he murdered his boss.
Yes.
I didn't do it. It wasn't
But
Damn humans.
it's not the kind of indoctrination that you're used to.
It's not your father's indoctrination.
Yes, exactly.
This does resemble reports of indoctrination.
She disagrees.
She's just a stupid robot.
What about that?
What does a robot know?
How to pole dance?
It's some kind of creature. Our field teams have been tracking it. That artifact came in from our researcher, Garneau. He sent an audio log if you want to...
Oh!
Have a headache!
Oh! The Palantirs are not all accounted for.
Turn back.
What are you talking about?
Ice cream headaches.
Cannot be breached.
Oh,
Well,
Damn it. Get him over to the clinic. See if they can tell us what's wrong with him.
he's sleepy. Full day.
$5 footlongs, sir.
He had the meatball sandwich.
Oh, that'll do it.
Dr. Bryson, you have an update?
Hold on, our Skype connection sucks.
Leviathan of Distance investigating. I think we're really onto something. Give me the brief. About 20 years ago.
Yeah, that guy looks
Where's
great.
this camera?
Reaper corpse that
This
died
is,
in battle.
you know.
They covered it up and denied
Skype didn't get much better in the future.
I'm intrigued by the larger implication. What could have killed the Reaper in the first place?
Oh.
Exactly.
I think this guy might be one of the best looking models in Mass Effect.
Continue your investigation and update me on the progress.
I'll be asleep on the floor.
There is also a
Or wherever I end up.
from a few weeks later.
Admiral, the Reapers are shadowing my field teams as if they're hunting Leviathan themselves. Whatever it is, I believe Leviathan is nothing less than a
Yeah, there's like 5 cameras recording this conversation.
Yeah.
and it has them nervous. If we could just find it, imagine the impact on the war.
And yet they're still all mad grainy.
Assistance in tracking it down. You'll have
Nice lighting, though.
Yeah.
Man, I wish this game had the film grain.
Yeah.
Why did they take that out?
Yeah.
Wait, did Hackett always have that sick scar on his lip?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he did.
Okay.
Capable of killing a Reaper.
He at least did for Mass Effect 3.
Alright.
Yet given the state of this conflict, I believe the saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, may be relevant.
Look here, computer visor lady.
You know what? I kind of came around on her by the end of the game. Like,
Totally. The stuff they had to do with her is fine.
the appearance of her character is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, just come on.
Yeah, I
Come
agree.
on.
I like her. I like her computer lady hair, but
the hair is pretty cool.
Like
but,
as a stylistic choice.
But the ridiculous proportions are are what they are. But
I mean, if you were gonna make a lady robot, wouldn't you just go all in?
I guess.
And and to be fair, like in the context, she made that herself. She chose like this is what I want to look like.
I want to look pretty.
But
yeah, I want to be a pretty lady.
But her appearance notwithstanding, like having her as a character who interacts in various scenes, I thought actually added a lot.
Oh, it was one of my favorite moments in Mass Effect 3 was when
you touch the head.
Hang on, yeah.
Don't touch the head.
Touch the head. Touch the head again.
Clearly, the head doesn't want to be touched.
All right, just leave this area and never come back. We're
Touch it
shutting
again.
this project down. Clearly, it's
What the fuck were you doing here?
They've been on their own
the
for far too
darkness
long.
cannot be breached. I agree.
Oh my god!
Told you not to touch the head again.
Wait, that never happened.
I've never seen that before.
It started kind of like bulging.
So do you get to take it on your ship
I guess
still?
it's broken.
I guess not.
You broke the damn head.
All right, so we won't.
That should have been an achievement.
Wow.
Let's get out of here,
We
man.
won't spend a whole lot more time here, but
Touch that Krogan head.
The artifact the assistant mentioned.
This is the thing that made him crazy.
yes. So
Dr. Bryson, it's Garneau.
So you go on this artifact hunt. You need to go find this guy, Dr. Garneau. That's kind of the first objective of this DLC. I'll skip through some of this stuff.
So kind of like the bulk of this is
it's a hunt.
It's a little detective.
It is totally. So
Garneau appears to be
case.
to track Leviathan, but he does not state a destination.
So yeah, you do this.
Let's focus on what he does say then.
He mentioned extrapolating Leviathan's path.
And crunching numbers. He wasn't
All
flying
right.
blind.
So we'll pound through this, but oh, I can't skip this. But I like some of what they do in this DLC in terms of gameplay. They came up with some neat ideas that they never really explored in the main game. Like in this first area, you're basically, like you said, doing detective work. So you've got this kind of map of like, here's all the places he went.
But we may be able to narrow down his location if we find clues he was using in his search for Leviathan.
All right, I'm just waiting. Okay, there we go. I was just waiting for her to open that door. So it's basically just this kind of big scavenger hunt around this guy's lab. Since he's dead and he can't tell us what was going on, you know.
Just like Bryson's assistant.
Trying to derive what you can
Yeah,
here.
so it's all like, here are like 8 different kind of leads they were researching.
We need to find data matching dates and locations for crimes of this nature.
Here's the time and date charts of the crimes.
Hang on, while the texture fills in.
For murders where the killer claimed memory loss?
Anyway, the point is, like, the more clues you find in this lab, the more like kind of filters you get on this galaxy map here.
Yeah.
And it's just this real neat.
You just start cross-referencing everything.
It's this real neat process of overlaying different filters until you can finally basically kind of narrow down.
Wait, check out that dinosaur.
Narrow down the one place where all of them apply. You know.
Loch Ness Monster?
Plesiosaur.
Loch Ness Monster is more interesting.
See, it's totally the X-Files.
Word, Shepard, word.
Segment, maybe?
All right, Brad, you want to jump us ahead?
Yeah. Let me turn on this wall.
Oh,
Look at that.
no!
How awesome is that?
It's all Subject 16 stuff.
Yeah, this DLC is great.
Not merely tracking sightings.
Yeah, so anyway.
And Garneau could have been.
I can't.
Adding
Okay.
this search filter to the galaxy map.
So yeah,
So go check out that galaxy map and
Okay.
look at the filters you
All
have,
right.
just to get a sense of what it do.
And they actually get pretty deep into like this Dr. Bryson's backstory. Like his daughter is involved, and there's some pretty decent little human drama. But yeah, you're basically
Activate blackout crimes.
See, so
Oh no!
So it's kind of stuff like that.
Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Obviously I haven't found enough clues yet.
So those ones didn't really
to get close to narrowing it down, but
match up yet.
But yeah, like there's a neat little self-contained subplot about Dr. Bryson and his daughter in this. But it is also this kind of galactic scavenger hunt where you actually come back here a couple more times.
Vanguard of our destruction. How's that working out for you, big guy?
Boom!
Yeah.
Taking Sovereign down a notch
That's
there.
right. All right, so you want me to
Talking tough.
pop to the end of this thing?
Sure.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah. Prepare to get bummed out.
Dude, whatever. This is awesome. This stuff's great.
I agree.
Yeah,
that's why it bums me out.
So this is basically skipping to the third of the 3 planets that you end up on in this DLC.
As you go from planet to planet, is there a lot of combat and stuff like that? Like, what do you do when you get there? Is this more detective work
So
type
the
stuff?
first planet you get to is full of people who have been indoctrinated, but not in the typical Reaper sense. More like the darkness cannot be breached guy.
Yeah.
And it's fucking super creepy because you walk through this entire mining base. Vinny knows what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. And they're all just like glassy-eyed, like you should not be here, kind of stuff. It's really well done.
Just a good creepy Children of the Corn kind of
like
vibe.
not a ton of combat there. Not a lot of combat on the second planet either. Like they don't lean on combat in this the way they do in Omega. It's almost all exposition and narrative. So
this looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you end up here. This is where you have determined Leviathan to be.
It's like some Bermuda Triangle
Yeah,
of
and
like
you get
down
close
ships.
to the ship, and your shuttle is brought down by some kind of pulse. And you find out it's basically a giant ship graveyard, where all these other ships have, like Vinny said, like people have just gotten sucked in and have never been able to escape. And so they have determined that the only way to get off is to make contact with Leviathan because it's obviously not going to let them go.
Look at that cool water.
Otherwise, yeah.
Man, everything about this is fucking cool.
Yeah, it is a great piece of DLC.
All right, what's Cortez have to say?
Status.
Shuttle's a mess, Commander. That pulse knocked it right out of the air. We're not going anywhere.
The Normandy could extract us.
Yeah,
Same thing
Jabbert.
would happen to her. And the landing won't be as pretty. I'd say Leviathan has some sort of defense system in place.
So, Brad,
Whoa!
when you're playing this as just as part of your
your main Mass Effect 3 narrative here.
Right.
Any sort of limitations on party stuff, or is it just whoever's available?
It just lets you take whoever. In fact, this, and I know you've played From Ashes, so you know what I'm talking about with that. They show up in your log as if they're just regular quests. Both this and From Ashes, I didn't even know I was doing DLC until I got to them and started doing them. And I was like, oh, I know that's what Leviathan
because
is about.
all it shows you is just like hey, you got to talk to this person.
It's just, for all I knew, it was just part of the main game. I had
like,
no
here's
idea.
another mission.
Like, it integrates perfectly seamlessly.
Yeah.
And as you'll see in a couple minutes, like the stuff you get into in this DLC completely changed the way I was looking at the game as I got close to the end.
Emergency repairs. We can strip the cells from the shuttle and use those for juice. Hang on, I'll get you started. Got a cell for you, Commander. Find somewhere to plug that in.
This is another weird little. Give me that.
Yeah.
Nice backpack.
Yeah, right. It's got another weird little.
So the
weird little combat challenge.
So the Reapers are trying to shut you down because they also are trying to track down this Leviathan.
Reapers are like freaking out about Leviathan. Oh shit.
Smack that dude.
I'm trying. So you basically have to. So like I said, like when they do combat in this, they at least try to change it up a little bit. Like this part, you're basically trying to deliver these batteries.
Oh, it looks like you didn't do it.
Yeah, you have to stick around there and charge up.
It hit 26. I thought that was as high as it would go.
Yeah, you can hang out and let it.
Oh, it goes. Yeah, you're right.
Another power cell for you, Commander.
I wish I had that back about the whole time.
Yeah, no. Oh god.
Oh hey, it's a brute. But you are pretty well equipped for this. So.
Yeah, they help you out. And that thing will tick down if you're not fast enough, so you kind of have to keep doing it.
Third time's the charm.
The whole
it's
idea
a video
is
game.
you landed on this. This is like a big mining ship that crashed here, and they've got some of those giant mechs that can be kind of retrofitted for aquatic exploration.
As you find out,
you launched a probe onto the planet before you got here, and the probe is basically sending a signal back from like the bottom of the ocean.
Get that back.
So you know that's where you need to be.
Take your time, Shepard.
So now you're just gonna run this. Okay,
Kill enemies.
Now you're gonna smoke enemies.
And the crazy part is sitting down with a backpack on, leaning up against a chair. Who does that?
And your rifle in
Shepard.
the.
Shepard has no concern for personal comfort.
I mean, these things, it's weird because these things are just so effective against the Reaper enemies, the indoctrinated enemies.
Yeah.
Why is every planet just rolling out with a bunch of these Titans?
These mechs?
Yeah. Are there like 5 in the world?
Maybe the indoctrinated dudes could get in them and turn them against you.
That's a good point.
Maybe shut up.
Yeah, okay.
How about that?
That's good. That's a good plot point.
Well, thankfully, that's the only plot hole in all of Mass Effect 3, so, you know, it's nice that it's a minor one like that.
Hey, buddy.
Come too far. Almost through Leviathan.
Do you like my ride?
Pressure is nominal. Systems are a go. It's as ready as I can make it.
That dead-eyed stare.
Down there, Commander.
Whatever.
Closing hatch.
I mean, the series has always had pretty goofy facial animation that has only felt goofier
It's a good camera,
as it's
though.
gone on.
Testing comlink.
I read you. Here goes.
Again, the inconsistent camera technology of Mass Effect.
But I like the Iron Man moving visor. With
Yeah,
the
little heads-up display there.
I mean, so they're in a pretty desperate circumstance here because this mining equipment they found is years old, and they're just like, this is it.
But this part's pretty rad, actually.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
This stuff is straight up awesome.
It's very much the Abyss, but...
Yeah.
Looks good so far. Copy that.
I didn't hear shit.
Hold on, let me turn subtitles on.
Cortez.
That's sort of terrifying.
Oh, absolutely.
Terrifying loading screen.
This is the loading screen.
I know.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's pretty well lit down here.
You're teensy.
Oh.
Well.
Nice.
Too late now.
Definitely supposed
Get out
to...
and replace that.
And perfect landing.
Ah, you know, glowing jellyfish.
Nailed it.
It's all good.
I thought I was just firing a missile.
Stop jumping!
Not sure if you can read me up there. Looks like I finished the major descent. Can't see much from here. The suit is holding up. Emergency systems have come online. Life support operational.
This feels like BioShock.
Kinda. Yeah, like this has a pretty different feel from anything else.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
in
like,
the game.
if nothing else, it feels not like
Yeah.
anything else in Mass Effect 3.
Shutting down all non-critical systems to preserve remaining power. Not sure how much juice the emergency thruster will need to get me back to the
Are those
surface.
flares just being automatically popped off there?
Yeah. It's just as you walk.
We always knew this would be a one-way trip.
Man, how much better would Mass
This
Effect...
is the DLC that kills Shepard.
I was gonna say, how much better would Mass Effect be if Ed Harris?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even saying for a specific role, just if Ed Harris was there.
All roles.
Well, who do you think you meet down here? It's a giant Ed Harris.
Ed Harris could have been the Mulder guy.
Deadliest Ed Harris.
The Reapers thought Ed Harris was the perfect form.
I see. I would also cast Ed Harris as the elusive man.
Oh, yeah. Hackett.
Yeah, I would cast Ed Harris as Hackett.
All Ed Harris cast.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Great, good
Wait,
job,
no,
Dad.
hold on. This is a big hole. Wait.
Ah.
That's
Oh, your pressure gauge is already too high.
Shepard don't care. Shepard ain't scared.
Oh, well, he's the chosen one. It's all gonna work.
He's the shepherd.
Oh, he doesn't know that yet.
He's not the chosen one. He is just...
Oh, platforming.
I think you found the probe.
Found the probe. Seems intact. I'm gonna keep moving.
It's cool.
I bet it's found
Look
the
at that,
big
look
glowing
at that
hole.
probe. I want to see that probe blink again. Oh, it's just timed.
No, that's it.
Probe's dead.
Oh.
Can only fit so many flashes into RAM.
Just destroying this delicately balanced ecological environment with your sulfur flares or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call this environment delicate.
Oh! The devil.
Say it's a giant dung beetle. Hey, what's up?
So I found the probe and
It's what everyone's been saying the whole damn time. What was that?
I had to find you.
This is not your domain. You have breached the darkness.
You killed a Reaper. I need to know why.
They are the enemy. One that seeks our extermination.
What?
pressure sickness.
I thought you were a Reaper.
They are only echoes. We existed long before.
Then what are you?
Something more.
I'm Dale.
Wow. Oh.
Your mind belongs to me. Breathe.
And What's happening?
That's the daughter of that guy you find during this mission.
Yeah.
Memories give voice to our words. Your nature will be revealed to us. Accept this.
Oh no.
The galaxy's at war with the Reapers. You defeated one. Why aren't you fighting back?
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Then help us stop it.
None have possessed the strength in past cycles. Your own species could be destroyed with a single thought. But you are different. I have witnessed your actions in this cycle. The destruction of Sovereign, the fall of the Collectors. The Reapers perceive you as a threat. And I must understand why.
Is he bleed?
Sorry, I got a little excited there down the pants.
Of life in the galaxy. The lesser species were in our thrall, serving our needs. We grew more powerful and they were cared for, but we could not protect them from themselves. Over time, the species built machines that then destroyed them. Tribute does not flow from a dead race. To solve this problem, we created an intelligence with a mandate to preserve life at any cost. As the intelligence evolved, it studied the development of civilizations. Its understanding grew until it found a solution. In that instant, it betrayed us.
Wow.
It chose our kind as the first harvest. From our essence, the first Reaper was created. You call it Harbinger.
Okay, so imagine that you have not finished Mass Effect 3 when you were seeing this.
How the fuck is this not?
Yeah, that's.
And your jaw is on the fucking floor.
I mean, this is laying out like the nature of Reapers and
the reason this series exists.
This is everything.
Go, keep going. I want to find out more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this already.
Despite what you saw the other races experience.
I know. It's
gross.
I know. It's gross. But
Galaxy that bends to your will. Every creature, every nation, every planet we discovered became our tools. We were above the
yeah, it simultaneously sucks, and I can also see why you had a much different opinion of this after it was all over, having experienced this in line.
And while the way this ends does not imply directly, hey, you'll like meet this thing at the end of the game. Like the second I saw the Star Kid walk up and start talking, I knew immediately what it was. I knew it was just a projection of this construct that they created.
Right, because you've had this experience before.
Yeah.
To find a solution, it required information. Physical data drawn from organic life in the cosmos. It created an army of pawns that searched the galaxy, gathering this data. There was no warning. No reason given when they turned against us. Only slaughter. Only the harvest.
How did you remain hidden all this time?
Our extermination was not complete. Some survived and found refuge in the dark corners of the galaxy. I am their progeny. Over the cycles, the thrall races were controlled, removing traces of our existence as we directed them to. In this way, our survival was kept secret from the Reapers. Today, we reach out through the fragments and watch for discovery.
Fragments? You mean the artifacts we found?
They provide a window into the galaxy. Tools for exploring the events of this cycle from the safety of this world. Through them, we watch, we study, and remain in the shadows.
Tell me about the Reapers.
Each harvest
They're okay.
is the birth of a Reaper, perfect in its design. Each formed in Harbinger's image. Our image. Each Reaper has the power to influence organics. Over countless cycles, this ability was refined, perfected, and gave rise to indoctrination.
What's the point of all these harvests?
The intelligence has one purpose: preservation of
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Fucking.
It reframes the entire history of the galaxy as a giant petri dish.
Like just a throwaway line that explains the mass relays.
Yeah, this just comes off to me as. What do you know about the Crucible?
I mean, shit they wrote after the reaction to Mass Effect 3. They're like, all right, well, what are some cool things we can do to tie it all together?
Well, the premise of this DLC was established, or like hints of it are in 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
or at least they found a way to like, okay, that's a natural place to set it.
That the Reapers built the Citadel and the mass relays was already known. You know, like they're expanding on that stuff, but
wait.
The cycle will continue.
No, you've been watching. You know this cycle is different.
We will survive. You will remain here as a servant of our needs. The Reapers will harvest the rest.
If you release me, no one has to be harvested.
Nothing will change.
The Reapers know where you are. You can't just watch anymore. You have to fight. Even if you survive the battle today, the Reapers won't stop. Ever. Release me and we have a chance to end this, once and for all.
Oh.
Who's your friend?
I've earned it. Out there fighting.
I'm pretty good. I mean, it's some pretty big shit.
Yeah.
I mean, these dudes are basically like, yeah, we could fight a Reaper if we wanted to.
They created the Reapers.
Yeah. Well,
by accident.
They created,
a byproduct of their.
Yeah, they created the thing that created the Reapers. Sure.
I mean, but just the part where they're like, yeah, we could fight them.
Right.
Like, ain't no thing,
well,
really.
Yeah. Although, I mean, I get the sense there aren't enough of them left to fight all of them. You know.
I mean,
obviously, it's a race with no shortage of hubris based on kind of where they, the path they started down and where they ended up.
That's kind of exactly what he says when Shepard's all like, "Why did you create an AI to save people from AIs? Like, why did you not consider this would happen to you?" And they're like, they basically imply they were too arrogant to even think of that.
Well, Brad, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it completely changes the way that you approach the ending of the game.
I like this part too.
Yeah, this part's kind of neat. And it is almost unforgivable that they didn't give everybody the chance to play the game this way.
I mean, the fact that it all occurs in a conversational info dump, which is like I think it's interesting, but that is bad storytelling.
Yeah.
Really makes it seem like this was a reaction.
Yeah, I mean,
it is just hard to imagine that this was just conveniently left out as much as it was. What's a way that we can address a lot of this stuff?
I mean, until the Mass Effect tell-all book comes out, we'll never know for sure.
I could just as easily see it as being like a thing where someone argued that, we don't want to explicitly state out all of this stuff. We want to leave some of this as, like, some portion of this as mystery.
Right.
But it's just, to me, it seems like it could just as easily go either way.
Yeah, you can't say for sure. All I can say with certainty is that the way I played the game with all this stuff integrated made it apparently a much more palatable experience than most people had.
All right, well, let's
wait, check this shit out.
And that's why I ended up liking this game quite a bit.
This part is great.
Oh, Sleepy Reaper.
Damn.
That dude just fucked up a Reaper.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That didn't seem like that was a whole lot of effort either.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like I said, you know, what if thousands of Reapers showed up?
War assets plus 8 million.
Yeah, you get like 400 assets out of this.
All right.
There's a little bit more, but
well, Brad, thanks for showing us easily one of the best parts of Mass Effect 3 that I think most people haven't seen.
Yeah.
So, I can see why this was your pick.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly not the only great game that came out this year. It was a tough choice, but this all came together for me in a certain way.
Indeed. Well, that's it for day one of Giant Bomb's Game of the Year 2012 feature. Come back tomorrow for day two. More categories, more awards, and more personal top 10 lists. We'll see you then.